Hello everyone, welcome back to Nails and Sunflowers, or welcome if you're new. Today's video I'm going to show you how we changed these beautiful hands from this deep green to a really subtle sparkly red for Christmas. Starting off, I am opening up the sterilized tools, putting them in place, and I'm basically prepping the edges of the file so it doesn't cut my client when I use it. I do that with my orange wood stick, as you can see. And now with the green abrasive mark on a carbide bit at 35,000 rotations per minute, I'm going to take off what she's wearing. The color is by Nail Nails, I'm pretty sure it's bottle green. And the gel that I used on her last time is the Luna Moon Build Gel. I am loving this stuff, you guys. If you haven't tried that brand, I highly recommend it. So basically I am going all over the nail, and when I get to the edges or the cuticle area, I'm very careful basically. I go slowly and I sometimes change, without changing the rotation, I change the movement, and instead of going down or to the left, I go to the right or up. I feel like it still removes less of the product and it's more gentle on the nail. I sometimes also do that if she has some lifting, which is the case with the ring finger. I basically go around the lifting until I can thin it out as much as possible, and then it just flies off pretty much. She tends to get a bit of lifting on her ring finger sometimes, and I'm not entirely sure why. It should not be a finger that has that problem. And it's on both hands as well, which is weird. Now for the thumb, I'm showing you because she did get quite a bit of lifting. It's her right hand, and it started from the tip, so I'm pretty sure this is out of use, let's say. Either out of the use of the edge of the nail, the tip, or could be anything. But yeah, thumb and index finger on her dominant hand are always meant to maybe have some issues. I've noticed that for my clients that have drawers or kitchens without handles, like they have to put the tip of their finger to open the drawer or open the door, they tend to get a lot of lifting on their most used fingers. This happens with like the 3 clients that I know have this kind of kitchen or drawers in their bedroom. I know it sounds stupid, but it's actually it's true. One of them actually came last time and said, I have been so mindful of this and like actually thinking before I open the drawer to not hit my nail, and she came without any lifting and without any missing nail. Like her nails have never been better. She was like, I was so mindful, I'm so happy. Yeah, yay. Anyway, enough rambling. I am moving on to prep now, and with my 180 grit file that I prepped in the beginning, remember I don't want to cut her, I am going all over the nail to open up the pores so the product sticks properly.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear, jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light.
And after that, I'm taking my orange wood stick and basically just pushing back and lifting the cuticles, and then making sure going all the way through the cuticle so I can do a proper Russian manicure. I feel like this is such an important step that people tend to forget or think that it's not important, but it's actually crucial. Then with a flame bit on red abrasive mark, I think I'm using a 2.1 millimeter, but don't quote me on that. from Stalex. I go over her nails, her skin actually, at 16,000 rotations per minute. She has quite flaky skin, but her cuticles are really, really thin and really, really sensitive, so I always have to be careful. She has been coming to me since I started, and I remember that I used to make her bleed without her even noticing that I made her bleed a lot of times, because her cuticles are just a bit of a nightmare. But as you can see now, we improved that a long time ago actually, but yeah. In any case, I went on forward on the left side walls through both her hands, and then I changed to reverse and I went on the right side. Again, same speed, 16,000 rotations per minute. And once that's all clean and lifted, I go over with my tiny scissors from Stalex and just take off anything that's actually dead skin hanging. You know, again, you don't want to cut too much, you don't want to make her bleed. We've all made that mistake, especially with this kind of cuticles. But yeah, try your best. Then with the same bit at 8,000 rotations per minute on forward, I go and polish, let's say, the skin on top and under the cuticle. And then to polish one last time with my silicone bit at 10,000 rotations per minute, I go over all the skin. Now with the lint-free wipe with some alcohol and my orange wood stick, I make sure that the whole nail and under the cuticle and the sidewalls is perfectly clean, clean of dust pretty much, because I am gonna dehydrate with a dehydrator, and then use my Ultra Bond from Sauté Nails. This is like an acid-free primer, only on the tips and on those problematic nails, maybe on the sides of her nails. Letting that dry a bit, and then with my Imbre rubber base on clear, I just do, as always, a little dot on the tip, and then with my gel brush, I think this is the oval number 8, I go all over the nail, kind of massaging the product in. I think you can see it in the video. It's really like trying to blend it into the nail plate. And it also allows me to go under the cuticle and leave the product as thin as possible. Once that's 60-second cured, I go over with my Imbre gel. I only use Imbre on her because she is allergic to henna. And this is the only brand that I found that has everything henna-free. Madame Glam is also henna-free if you're in the United States. For me, it's really hard to get a hold of. I have a lot of products because I purchased a lot of products, but I'm trying to just use them and finish them because I'm not sure I'm gonna keep buying. In any case, I am trying off this gel for the first time, and the texture is really nice. And the color as well, you can see, but we are gonna put a color on top. But the texture is kind of my perfect texture, which is self-leveling, but thick enough to allow me to do 4 fingers at a time, which is what I'm doing here, you're gonna see. So I apply a thin layer first and make sure that it's all the way through a nail plate, not going under the cuticle with the gel, by the way. And then I apply a little blob on not the cuticle area, a bit forward where the apex should be. And then I pull it downwards. And then with the liner brush, I am going over and just making sure that it's as smooth as possible so I can do minimal filing. Also making sure on those nails that are growing downwards that I put a little bit more of the product on the tip so that I can file underneath and lift the nails without needing to use dual forms or anything. And this is also something I like about this gel. It's thick enough to allow me to do this without needing to use another gel, like a jelly gel or something like that. once both hands are done, including the thumbs that I did separately, I take off the inhibition layer and I go to filing. She told me that she wanted her nails shorter, but because they weren't really long, I didn't take the length off with the e-file, which is what I would usually have done. So I'm going in with a file, just making sure that everything is smooth and that the sidewalls are not overflowed with product. You want them to be covered in gel so they are strong to last throughout the growth of the manicure, but you never want them to be overflowed, because then not only the color is going to apply in a very wrong way and it's going to spill all over, but it's not going to look right, and it's probably going to cause lifting after all. Now with this, I think this is a ceramic bed, I'm going under the nails again to lift up those who grow downwards, and to just make sure that I get that I avoid having lifting on the tips of the nails, and then the nails look as thin as possible and as natural as possible. Since she has short nails, I did not apply a huge amount of gel, so I don't really have to do much here, but it's always important to keep this. I feel like this makes the most amount of difference. And sometimes if I forget to do it, because yes, that happens, I'm human, or I think it's not necessary, I've thought that in the past, I've really noticed a difference. Now just making sure that everything is dust-free with a lint-free wipe and some alcohol again. Sometimes I will go over with the orange wood stick like I did before, but in this case it wasn't necessary. And now with this beautiful red from Cody, it has the tiniest shimmer in it, but so pretty. Like, clients do notice it. You have to really look up close, but when they're going through the reds, especially this time of year, festive season, they always notice, because if you see it next to the other reds that I have, you do see the sparkle. So she saw this the last time she was here and she was like, oh my god, I'm doing this for Christmas. So she did the green that you saw, which was really pretty, and it really suited her last time, and she already told me, keep this red for me next time because I am gonna wear it. And to be honest, it's just really, really beautiful. I think I got this as a gift, let's say, when I placed a really big order on one of my regular nail stores, and I'm so glad that I got it. Like, what? I would have never bought a color like that myself because I feel like I have so many glitters, but then not everybody likes a thick glitter or something that is really obvious. A lot of my clients that want solid colors actually enjoy subtle shimmers, you know. So what I'm doing here is going nail by nail. I am pushing back the cuticles. I didn't show you that, I think, sorry. I push them back one more time with the orange wood stick, and then I go in with the color. On the first layer I use my liner brush and I go under the cuticle, cure that, and then I apply the second layer without going under the cuticle, just with the gel bottle brush, and I apply the first layer on the next nail, going under the cuticle with the liner brush. I hope that made sense. You could see as well, but yeah. And then once all of them have 2 layers, I go over with my top coat, which is again in Beret color protector. And if need be, I do a little bit of leveling with it and turn the hand and move it around until I'm happy with it. And once they're all top coated, I go over with my hand file to make sure that the shape is right. If need be, this is a time that I would go with the ceramic bit under the nails as well, but because her nails are so short and they didn't really need much correction, it wasn't necessary. And after that, I just give them a little bit of a massage. I go with my cuticle oil. This one is from Haylove. I'm pretty sure it's salted caramel. It smells so good. And I just do a bit of a rub on all the nails, well, the skin actually. You don't want to go on the nail too much. And then I am using a hand cream from Rituals. I got this on my advent calendar. I'm not sure they sell it separate, but I'm gonna try and link it. It's a strong smell, but a really good one. And after a massage, this is the finished result. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!